Double honors to the apostles and elders and teachers of Great Millstone. Well, my name is Brother Hawashai Zion, and I'm just coming through, man, with a message. Okay. You see the name of the title, man. This ain't no damn game. And
time 39 minutes 26 seconds. Total distance 2.0 miles. Average pace 19 minutes 43.
To shut that shit off. But anyways, yeah, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi Hawashai, this is very spiritual time. As always a spiritual time, you know. But I'm doing a quick walk and talk, man, to say this. You know, when the Lord said that many are going to come in my name saying, Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name? Did we not do all of these things? He's going to say, depart from me, you that practice iniquity, for I never knew you. Now, the people who he doesn't know are the people, it's just like it says in Matthew, I think it's the 26th chapter or 21st or something, where it say, when I was naked, ye clothed me, okay? When I was in jail, you visited me, right? Something to this nature. Somebody could post it on the comment board, okay? When I was thirsty, you gave me drink. So it's the way that you treat people around you as well. The Lord is going to hold you accountable. And Galatians 6 and 7 says, be not deceived, right? The Lord is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So if you say you believe in the Lord, you have to examine how you're moving, how you're acting. Because you could be acting in a disorderly manner the Lord doesn't approve of, man. So you have to consider that, man. As much as you have done unto the least of these, ye have done it unto me, the Lord said, man. The least of these, the underdog, you know, because the Lord deals with the underdog, man. Remember that, man. The Lord deals with the underdog. Solomon was the younger of the brothers. So was David. And, you know, the rulership was passed and the Lord had chosen them to be ruler. Okay, why? Because the Lord was dealing with them on a different level and everybody has to accept that. Imagine people were, you know, oh, this guy, this and that or whatever, because he's younger, you know. There's no way he gonna be the guy. That's why you have to have discernment, you know. And in regards to what I was saying, you know, this isn't a game. You know, the Lord can smash you easily. The Lord can hurt you physically. He can hurt you financially. He can hurt you in your spirit. He can give you the plague of the heart. He could give you the plague of the woman. He could give you plagues physically, like I think I said. So yeah, he could have you from sores head to toe. Even if you're doing everything okay too. You know, because life is a balance. To whom much is given, much is required. But, you know, you just got to watch how you move, man. Because the Lord can literally flip your whole script. And it's an easy thing for the Lord to, on the inverse, take the beggar from the dunghill, which is a shit pile, and put him amongst princes. Or guess what? He could take the guy of high esteem, high regard, and put his ass down. So you got to watch how you move, man. This isn't like a social fan club or whatever. See, because the Christian churches, it's just a social club. People go to church just to socialize, man. When you in the Lord's military, there's rank and file. And also you could be stripped of your rank and you could be cool with, you know, whoever. But if you're not cool with the Lord, man, then the Lord is going to come for you and he's going to jack you up. He's going to hurt you, you know, until you realize, oh, shit, you know what? Oh, yo, hold on a second, man. Let me see what I'm doing wrong. See, thankfully, the scriptures say, examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Because what's the scripture say? Without works is dead, being alone. Oh, yeah, I believe, but hold on. But you could have been offending a bunch of people on the way to go do whatever you was doing, thinking that it wasn't no big deal, but it is a big deal, man. And the Lord's cutting you through the spirit so that you can understand that and get your shit together before you get fully smashed with the final smash. Because the Lord can do the final smash, which is going to be, you know, the ICBM missiles. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to be the punishment for disobedience and, being a hypocrite, man, being a good actor. Because there's a lot of good actors, man. Put on a big ass front and act like play the part to a T, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, look at Judas Iscariot, right? But he turned heel on him at the Passover. He turned heel. That's when Shaitan entered into him. And then he betrayed him. So around this time is a very sensitive time. You should be very spiritually aware of these types of things, man. Because this isn't my first time at the rodeo. You know what I'm saying? All praises to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. But I've seen these things happen over and over again in just a short span. So examine yourself whether you be in the faith, whether Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is dealing with you, and do whatever you can to correct it. If you feel that there's some type of discrepancy, what you should do is do your best to fix it now before massive judgment comes. And see, the way that the Lord is slow to anger, right? Slow to wrath. So he's not just going to pop you one shot unless you did something super crazy, right? He's going to be picking at you and picking at you and picking at you and picking at you until you almost strip bare bones and you're at your minimum. And ultimately it's for the good. If you're of the elect, the Lord may jack you up to kind of get you right back to, yo, my God, I was going off and thinking it was no big deal, you see, because Israel's funny people. They think like the Lord ain't looking at them, right? But the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, all right? Now you can see the sun up there blaring, and the Lord's eyes is 10,000 times brighter than that. So the best thing to do is to stay in the spirit and pray to the Lord and ask him for mercy and forgiveness. The scriptures say alms are good, right? With prayer and fasting. Okay, so the triple combo, alms, fasting, and prayer. Now, it's the Feast of Unleavened Bread, so you do have to eat the unleavened bread and the bitter herbs, right? But, you could do like 12 hours, whatever, maybe 16, and get your meal in, But then once this is over with, make sure that you're exercising alms and fasting, like the scripture says, so that you could be filled with life. Because if you're not filled with life, you're going to be filled with the opposite, which is death. You're going to have sin and iniquity covering your minds and your bodies. Being afflicted for no reason when you could just simply do the right things, man. So send more prayers. Psalm 55:17 said, morning, noon, and night, I made my prayer unto you and I was heard. Roughly paraphrasing. Somebody could post that in the comments. You should be making your prayer. And the Lord heard him. And you heard me. So, because why? Because you're going to abstain from folly and madness when you're constantly in the spirit. It's like staying hydrated. It's like keeping gas in your car. You're going to run out of gas, man. If you don't, you're going to run out of spiritual energy and spiritual gas if you don't pray to the Lord morning, noon, and night. So morning, noon, and night, man. There it is, the water. Hopeful elect, Arizona. Shalom, the water, man. Psalm 55:17. Evening, morning, and at noon will I pray and cry aloud, and he shall hear my voice. That's another thing that I've been doing, Sometimes I would send up prayers in my head, and I found it being effective, just me personally, but also when you read the scriptures, you're reminded of what the word says. You follow it with faith, and it happens. And you get blessed. Okay, you cry aloud. So I was saying the prayer aloud, even though, I didn't feel like saying anything out loud. I just wanted to meditate, be in a solemn spirit. But that's a powerful verse of scripture. I'm going to say it again. Psalm 55:17. Evening and morning and at noon will I pray and cry aloud, and he shall hear my voice. Yeah, that's beautiful. And the Lord will deliver you from all your troubles and all your enemies, man. He delivered me from all trouble. I think the end of Psalm 54 talks about that. You know, he will deliver me from all trouble. And the confidence we have is in the Most High, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And we know he's going to be there to help us out, man. That's why I'm not even worried about nothing, man. You know, certain times you'll have spirits on you and you're like, man, yo, I don't know what's going to happen, man. Money's getting low. Damn, man, yo, this is happening. They stressing me, man. They stressing me over here. They pressing me. So what, man? Didn't King David say something in the Psalms? Although a host encamp around me, I'm not going to be afraid, man. This is what I'm going to have confidence in. I don't give a shit if armies is hanging right over here and over there too. And they're coming for me. I don't give a shit. It's the Most High's with me, man. What are you going to do? You're not going to do nothing to that man that's with the Lord. That the Lord is with you. You got nothing to worry about, man. So you Aki, man, listen, man, rest in the scriptures. All right? Rest easy with the scriptures, man. That's why you got to repeat the scriptures, man. This book of the law, this is Joshua 1:8. This book of the law shall not depart from out of thy mouth, and thou shalt meditate therein day and night. Okay, to observe, to do according to all that's written therein, roughly paraphrasing. And then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. Okay, that lasting success, that joy. Because pleasure is fleeting, man. Pleasure will leave you fast. Like these women. The pleasure is like the moon, man. It changes, it's up and down, and here's it's gone. But the one thing you could rest on is in the word of the Lord. All right, so with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakakadash, man, and Shalom unto the hopeful elect, Lord willing. This was edifying and uplifting. All right, examine yourself. Make sure you're not offending nobody, man, and pissing somebody off who the Lord could be dealing with, man. Lest the Lord, hey, he's going to just jack you up then. You know, you don't want to listen, you're going to get jacked up. All right, with that, hey, Shalom.